Welcome to Innovate and Conversate, where we discuss the latest innovations and trends in the business world. I'm your host, Jana, and today we're going to be discussing how driving digital transformation and innovation through AI and machine learning. With me today is Mr. Mohamad Zeinni, and he's the Group Head of IT and Digital Transformation at IPT PowerTech Group. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Mohamad.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you for this invitation.
So, to start off, what inspired you to focus on digital transformation in specific?
Technically, we started with, in the technology since years. So the old technology has been enhanced a lot, the business across the old IT way which is running. So when it comes to part of the digital transformation, when it comes to AI and machine learning, so it gives big insights about the business and how to improve things and helps the business to get more focus on the issues that they will face when it comes as predictive, when it comes data analysis, when it comes to processes. So those are all, it comes and enhancing the old IT way of technology.
And how can companies align AI and machine learning with their business goals?
Once aligning to, and if you need to align between AI and machine learning business goals, first you need to identify business and to focus on what are the challenges in the business when it comes to problems that you may face. So first you need to identify it, and later on you start working on enhancing those pain by putting the right technology to serve the business when it comes like having the proper data, having the proper skills when you need to improve those. So all it comes as all as like a package. It comes to this information.
And could you maybe share an example of a success story when implementing AI and machine learning?
Look, when it comes to AI, when we say AI and machine learning, it's all about, as I mentioned, first you need AI will give you, you need a proper data structure, you need a proper information to work on. So first when you have this information in place, so you have to analyze this data about it. So let's example, in our business, you have the IoT available in your sectors, like to collect all the data related to when it comes to power, it comes to information about temperatures, and so all the data is gathered, and according to that we can have a prediction of your information related to problems that you know that now if I have increased temperature, so you need to have problem. So this is how we are now using this technology in our business by analyzing this information and have proper solution related to those problems, so we can have ahead of time having information and insight about how to solve it before it happens.
And if you want to talk about the key factors that IT leaders should have when implementing such projects.
Okay, when you have such things, you need to focus on three elements, main elements. First, you need the data. So the data is, as mentioned before, that the data is very important when we need to work with any analyze information. So like now data, people pay for it. So if you have a proper data, so you have a good outcome out of it. So the data is very important to know how to handle it. Two, you need to work on the people. You need to understand that the people is one of the key elements. So you need to have empower them. You need to give them proper tools and training to use this technology. When it comes to the third things, the process. So the process here, the AI, and when it comes like machine learning, when it comes, so here it will help you to automate those processes through the AI and machine learning to have better result and faster action when it comes to the machine learning.
And when it comes to data security and risks, how could you address that?
Here everyone always focus on one part and forget the security. Look, the security of information, if let's say we could talk about GDPR, and when we are compliance with the regulation of data security, you need to ensure to have the proper security in place to secure your customer, your data, because at the end, as I mentioned, those data is a mining, like a gold mining. So you need to secure it in a way, and you need to comply confidentiality and security for it in order not to be leaked and to be used in the proper direction.
And how can companies like foster this culture by which their employees could adapt to this kind of transformation?
In order to adapt, first you need to focus on your team and your how to enhance and to empower them by having the new technology in place by learning it, invest on them on the training, and you need to highlight also the value for those things that you are doing to the business. That sometimes IT, they look at it when it comes to the technology as a cost. So you need to focus and show the stakeholders that no, there is a value for this technology by having a valuable information coming and best and better performing when it comes like facilitating the team, the outcome result for them.
And looking ahead, what trends in the AI and machine learning are making an impact in businesses?
Look, when I say AI and machine learning, it's part of the digital transformation when it comes to having processes faster. You have analyzing those data in a more accurate way. You can have out of this data, you can have a dashboarding, you can have, a highlights. So all this, it will have a value for a company to lead to the digital transformation. So the digital transformation is not only a software or a technology. It is like a pool of things you need to work on it, and accordingly you start having the data in place properly, data cleansing, having the process in place, involving the business on certain processes to have the better. So accordingly, then you move to this phase of transformation.
And for organizations just thinking about moving to this transformation and hopping on this digital transformation, what advice would you give them?
The advice, first of all, you need to put like a roadmap. This roadmap, it's not like one things you enhance it and that's it. No, you need to work first. You need to put what you need to reach after a certain number of 2 years or 3 years ahead. Have a proper data. So we mentioned like. Think big and start and act as a small. So here we can start having this information, put your objective and act accordingly, and that so you should never leave also your team and your business like just I focus on certain process. No, so it will be like a pool of things that you need to work all together in parallel, and accordingly you move forward. Don't compromise on the security, people, data, and all those that to be taken in consideration.
And before we wrap up, Mr. Mohamad, is there anything else you would like to say to our listeners today?
Look, as mentioned, the digital transformation, and when it comes to AI and machine learning, it is not something like you do it once. No, it is a practice, and that practice you need to have it as part of a habit across days and to have the process. You will find certain time like challenges by change the power of change that with the user. So you need to have resistance and you need to have those things, but nevertheless you should start and see how the outcome will come. And for sure once they see the first outcome of any transformation and how the value for it, it will get more convinced and they will move forward with more and more. So you need to the first step is the difficult one, and later on it will be much more easy to move forward.
I definitely agree. Thank you, Mr. Mohamad, for today. It's been a fascinating discussion.
Thank you, Jana. Looking forward also, and thanks again for this the discussion, which to have a value for our audience also.
Thank you for our listeners for tuning in. We'd love to hear back from you on which topics you would like for us to discuss next. Until next time, stay innovative and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.